The Iron Horn Bar sat on the edge of the city, a dim, smoky place where bikers, ex-cons, and people who didn't want to be found came to drown their nights. The neon sign flickered like a dying heartbeat. It was late, too late for anyone decent to be there. At the corner booth sat Elena Moretti, a woman too elegant for this world of leather jackets and whiskey fumes. Her long, dark hair fell in waves, and her emerald eyes sparkled even under the dim lights. She was waiting, not nervously, but with that calm tension only someone dangerous could master. Her phone buzzed. Greater than, on my way. Don't draw attention. That was Vincent Moretti, her husband. Or rather, the boss. Head of the Moretti crime family, a man whose name alone could silence a room. But tonight, Vincent was late. The doors swung open. A group of rough bikers stomped in, laughter loud, boots heavier than the silence that followed. Their patches read, Vultures MC, a gang known for causing trouble around the docks. They spotted Elena instantly. Beauty draws predators like blood draws sharks. Hey, sweetheart, one of them, a big guy with a scar over his lip, sneered. Didn't know angels drank in hell. Elena didn't respond. She kept her eyes on her drink, stirring the ice with calm precision. Scarface leaned closer. You too good to talk, huh? He grabbed her wrist. Elena's eyes lifted. Cold, lethal. Take your hand off me. The other bikers howled in laughter. She's got attitude. One jeered. Maybe we should teach her some manners. Scarface didn't listen. His grip tightened. Then, in a flash of arrogance, he grabbed her by the hair. That was a mistake. Before she could react, the door creaked again. The laughter died. Every biker turned, and the room went silent. Vincent Moretti had arrived. He wasn't dressed like the usual gangster stereotype, no gold, no loud suit. Just a tailored black coat, leather gloves, and eyes that could freeze a man's soul. Two of his men followed him, silent, alert, like shadows. Vincent's gaze fell on Elena first. He noticed her hair twisted in the biker's fist. Then he looked at the man holding her. No words, just a look. Scarface's hand trembled, but pride kept him from letting go. Who the hell are you? He asked, trying to sound tough. We're just talking. Vincent spoke softly. That hand doesn't belong to you. The entire bar held its breath. Scarface chuckled nervously. Look, buddy. Vincent stepped closer. I said, let go. This time, there was no hesitation. The biker released Elena instantly. But Vincent wasn't done. He reached forward, and, almost gently, fixed a strand of Elena's hair. Then, he turned to his men. Lock the doors. The sound of the heavy latch echoed through the bar like a death knell. Part 2. The boss's wrath, 750 words. The bikers shifted uneasily. They outnumbered him, sure, but everyone knew numbers don't matter when you're standing in front of a mafia boss. Vincent removed his gloves, one finger at a time. You put your hands on my wife. His tone was calm, too calm. That's a death sentence. Scarface tried to laugh it off. Hey man, we didn't know she was. Vincent snapped his fingers. One of his men grabbed Scarface by the collar, slamming him against the counter. Bottles shattered. Whiskey poured like blood. Vincent leaned in close. Now you know. The rest of the bikers reached for their weapons, but before they could even pull their knives, Vincent's men moved with the precision of soldiers. One flipped a table to block the exit. Another disarmed a biker and cracked a cue stick over his head. Chaos erupted, but Vincent, he didn't flinch. He just watched. Scarface tried to swing at him, but Vincent sidestepped effortlessly. His punch landed, like thunder, dropping the biker to the floor. The others froze. Vincent knelt beside him, voice low and chilling. You see, he whispered, respect is everything in my world. You touch my woman, you disrespect me. And I don't forgive disrespect. He stood, straightened his coat, and gestured to the bartender. Get her another drink. On their tab, Elena smiled faintly, brushing her hair back. Make it a double. The remaining bikers were shaking now, some bleeding, others frozen in disbelief. One of them tried to speak. We didn't mean. Vincent turned his gaze on him, and the man's words died in his throat. Vincent stepped forward, boots echoing on the wooden floor. Listen carefully, he said, voice calm but deadly. You walk out of here tonight. You go back to your club. And you tell every man you know, the Moretti family doesn't forgive disrespect. Not ever. He paused. But since my wife's feeling merciful. He looked at Elena, who gave a small nod. You get to leave with your bones intact. The bikers nodded furiously. One of them stammered, Why yes, sir. Vincent gestured toward the door. His men unlocked it. The bikers stumbled out, tripping over each other to escape. The silence afterward was heavy, broken only by the sound of shattered glass crunching underfoot. Vincent turned back to Elena. His eyes softened for the first time that night. Are you hurt? She shook her head. No, you came just in time. He reached out, brushing her cheek gently. I told you never to come here alone. Elena smiled faintly. I wanted to see if your reputation still keeps the city quiet. Vincent chuckled under his breath. Looks like it does. The bartender, pale as a ghost, whispered, Mr. Moretti, I swear, I didn't know. Vincent cut him off with a calm wave. You did your job. You'll keep doing it, understand? Yes, sir. Of course. Vincent nodded, slipped a wad of cash onto the counter, and turned to leave. As they stepped out into the cold night, Elena glanced back at the bar, now eerily quiet, with broken bottles and trembling witnesses. She whispered, You think they'll ever come back? Vincent smirked. Not unless they've got a death wish. They got into a black Mercedes waiting outside. As the car rolled away, the neon lights of the iron horn flickered once more, like the bar itself was trying to forget what it had just seen. Inside, the bartender poured himself a shot with shaking hands and muttered, Remind me never to mess with the Mafia. Outside, Vincent reached over, taking Elena's hand. Next time, he said softly, call me before someone loses a tooth. Elena smiled. You didn't have to do that for me. Vincent looked at her, eyes dark but warm. I didn't do it for you, he said. I did it because no one touches what's mine. The city lights blurred as they drove off into the night, the streets whispering one truth over and over. Don't mess with a Mafia boss's woman.